Hey everyone, welcome back. So I hope you had a fantastic weekend. It's Sunday now. We obviously are in October now. So we're going to take a look at obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, see where they are right now over the weekend. We're also going to take a look at miners, how they did compared to Bitcoin last week. And we're also going to take a look at how the miners and Bitcoin have performed for the month of September, basically. Were they up, were they down? We'll take a look at that. And then we'll also take a look to see what possibly October is going to bring us, whether we're going to be up or down in price of Bitcoin. We'll take a look at some of the historical data that we have for Bitcoin, and we'll just take a guess, I guess, where Bitcoin might be and the miners. So, as always, not financial advice. You guys know the drill here. I'm invested in the following coins and companies. And if you enjoy this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe, helps me out tremendously. We also have a lot of videos coming up, obviously, this week when the miners will actually start putting out the releases on their September production. So, that's going to be a busy week coming up. All right, so looking at Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin is coming down. It is at 18,981. I don't know if you want to say funny thing or maybe just coincidence that Bitcoin has been bouncing off of my lines here that I did not expect to happen. I saw this, we're in the daily chart right now, but I saw this kind of a triangle pattern happening here. And ever since then, it's been kind of bouncing off of this bottom line here, this green one here. And then also just recently, it's been bouncing off of it, the top line here, which was our basically break point that we wanted to get past. We did get past it here a little bit 2 days ago, a little bit yesterday as well, but we did break above it obviously on Thursday and Friday. We broke above it, but we could not hold above our resistance line of 19,500. We have fallen since then, and we have been kind of bouncing off of this support line, I guess you could say now, that's going down. That's why I'm thinking that for the time being, Bitcoin's probably going to be heading down a little bit more. There's obviously some selling pressure here going on with it right now. If we look at the 1 hour chart, we can see here bounced off of that green line, which is our trend line going down, part of our triangle line. And it has obviously bounced off of that a little bit, but it is still too early to tell what's going to happen right now. Looking at the RSI on the 1 hour chart, we can see the RSI is about 30 here. We're lower than we were prior to here in price, which obviously is giving us a bearish signal a little bit that we are heading down further, possibly. Even on the 1 hour chart, we don't see anything good here on the 1 hour chart. Same thing if we look at the 4 hour chart. We can see here RSI has been coming down along with the price. And if we look at the RSI here, we can see last time we were right around here, it looks like. So we are on the forward chart up in price a little bit while the RSI has been coming down. There aren't too many peaks here to look at or to gauge. If we look at the high peak here, last time we were back here, we're actually, looks like higher in price. We are lower. So it looks like we are heading more into the bearish territory right now, Bitcoin. Same thing on the daily chart. You can see here that RSI has been coming down. And last time we were right around here, was right there. Bitcoin price was up higher. So even on the daily chart, we are looking bearish. So it's not looking too good right now to start off in October. Typically, October has been pretty good for Bitcoin, but it doesn't seem like it's starting out that way, at least not yet. I think there's just too much fear in the market right now, especially with interest rates, inflation, everything else. It's just putting a damper on everything right now. But we're only the second day in October, so who knows how that's going to play out. Let's take a look at Ethereum here really quick as well. Ethereum has been coming down as well on the daily chart. It's at 1,278. We're not near the bottom here, which was reached around 1,221 roughly. So that's a good sign there. I'm not seeing anything positive here on the 1 hour chart on the RSI either. Price has come down. RSI from these 2 points has been the same. So we are heading bearish, basically, at least in the short term, until we get a trend reversal on this, which I don't know if we're going to get. RSI here is at 30. Last time we were right around here, price was higher. We're lower in price again. So that's not a good sign either on the 1 hour chart. So that's Bitcoin and Ethereum in a nutshell. We'll take a look to see what might happen in October, but we'll get into that in a little bit. We'll take a look at how they performed basically for the month of September. We'll just do that really quickly for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the miners. Let's get into the monthly chart here. And we can see that Bitcoin was actually down 3.1% in the month of September, while Ethereum was down 14.48%. So not a good month for Ethereum. Obviously, there was a lot of hype going into the merge, towards the beginning of the month, and then it obviously kind of faltered and fell afterwards. Let's take a look at Annie. Annie was down 4.73% for the month of September. All right, there we go. They were down 30%. Sorry, 30% for September. They were down 4.73 in August. So 30% down for Annie. Argo was down 15.56%. Bit Digital was down, 18.92%. This is Bitfarms. Bitfarms was down 19.23%. CleanSpark was down 25.7%. So bad month for CleanSpark. Cores was down 40.91%. So obviously not a good month for Cores either. It was a bad month for just in general for Bitcoin and the miners. DigiHost was down 17.83%. DMG was down 23.72%. GreenEdge was down 17.7%. And Hive was actually down 26.13%. Then we got Hot 8 was down 12.32%. Iris Energy was actually up. There were only two miners that were up for the month. Iris Energy was up 1.72%. Luxfolio was up. Well, let's see here. September. Nope, they were down 18.63%. Marathon was down 9.62%. Then we got Mawson. Where is Mawson? September was down 39.37%. Riot was actually up 2.23%. So Riot's been actually going up here the last 3 months, which is kind of surprising. And then Soluna was down 42.42%. Stronghold was down 25.18%. So obviously the miners were down for the most part. 98% of the miners were pretty much down. Bitcoin was down also only like 3%. So we know that's part of the course here with Bitcoin. When Bitcoin goes down 5%, the miners will go down 20, 25%. But when Bitcoin goes up 5%, the miners can also go up 15, 20, 25%. So it's par for the course, unfortunately, with the miners. All right, so that takes care of performance for the past month. Now I wanted to take a look at just quickly, just to kind of look at historical prices on Bitcoin, and they're basically how it performed for the months, whether they were up or down. And currently in October, obviously at September, we finished out 3.1% in the negative. And that is basically an average of 5.01% on average we're down during the month of September. We had some other worse months here that we were down 13.65. This was back in 2019. We were down 19.43 in 2014. And in 2011, we were down 37.32. So overall, September is not usually a good month for Bitcoin. However, getting into October now, October is typically a pretty good month for it. It's not starting out that way right now, but we'll have to see if it actually does any better. So we could possibly look back into last year, 2021, and see how it started out the month and where it actually ended up. Was it down at the beginning of the month, and then did it finally rally towards the middle and the end of the month? But based on the averages that we have here, Bitcoin on average goes up 26.39% during the month of October. So that would actually be a pretty sizable gain there. So 26% would equate to about 5,000 from where it's at right now. So that would get us to about 23,000 to 25,000 in range somewhere. That would be obviously a nice increase there. So if we get a 25% increase in Bitcoin, the miners might be up 75, 100%, 50%, somewhere around there if things work out pretty well for them. But that's only based if Bitcoin actually goes up. Now, interesting fact here is we've had 3 years where we were green. Prior years, the fourth year we were in the red, then 3 prior years to that we were in the green, and then obviously the 8th year we were in the red again. I'm hoping that the history doesn't repeat itself here again, where we have basically a red year, and then we'll possibly have 3 years of green possibly. But you just never know. It's just different things were happening in the economy back then, and everything else was different. We're obviously in different times right now. Like I said before, we got the inflation fears, we got the recession fears, we got the interest rate fears, we got the global economic fears as well, and everything that's going on globally. So that's all weighing down on Bitcoin as well. It's basically all it is, and a risk-off asset right now. People are just not piling money into it. They're piling into safer assets that they see as alternatives. So that would equate, obviously, like I said, to maybe getting us to 25,000, between 23 and 25,000. That would be the goal for October. If we get there, that'd be great. Obviously, we had some pretty nice months here in October, in the past year. Last year we were up 40% almost. Prior to that we were up 28%, 10% 3 years ago. We had a really good year in 2017. We were up 47%. So, I mean, if history repeats itself and we go back up 47, 50%, that would be getting us back up to around 30,000. That would be a huge boom for the miners as well. Prior to that, we were at 14%, 31%, 48%, but we also did have some down years where we were down 4%, 12%, 9.6%, and then really bad year in 2011 where we were down 36%. So fingers crossed that this month is going to be a good one for Bitcoin. Obviously, we've had if October is a bad month for us, we'll have 3 bad months. And then prior to that, we had 3 bad months in April, May, and June of this year. Last time we had 3 bad months in a row. Well, 2018 was obviously a bad year. We had 6 months. No, 5 months that were bad. And then prior to that, we had only last year where we were down April, May, and June as well. But then we rallied pretty hard towards the end of the year. And then we had, 2017 or 2019, we had 4 good months, 3 bad months here. So it does happen. So fingers crossed, October is actually going to be a good month for Bitcoin and the miners. But we'll see how it plays out. Right now, it's not looking good. We're down 2.5% already to start out, and we're only the second day in. Also, obviously, like we looked at the charts don't look too good right now either. So unless those change, like I said, it might be a rough month. I'm hoping for a good month. Fingers crossed. All right. And then lastly, let's just take a look at the miners, see how they've done, obviously, compared to Bitcoin for last week and the 4 weeks, 8 weeks, and 12 weeks. And we'll call it a day. It's pretty easy. And obviously, like I said, this week is going to be pretty busy. I'm guessing Bitfarms, CleanSpark, somebody else will probably provide information tomorrow. They're usually one of the best ones to do it. There's other miners that do it pretty quickly too, cores as well. So we'll get a slew of updates this week. So if you enjoy the type of content, subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you get notified when I do post these videos. All right. So Bitcoin was down, actually up 1.54% for the week, which was actually pretty good. We had CleanSpark up 2.2, Greenwich was up 3.09, Hut was up 5.3, Argo was up 5.5, Riot was up nicely 10.7, and Iris Energy was up 12.53, and Marathon was up 13, and Soluna was actually up 14. So all of these companies did better than Bitcoin. Then all of these here did worse than Bitcoin, which would be BitDigital, DigiHost, Bitfarms, Core Scientific, DMG, Sphere 3D, and Mawson. So if we look at the chart here, kind of see it all play out. There we go. So we'll leave it on the chart right now and go over the 4 weeks here. Let's see here. 4 weeks sort descending. There we go. And Bitcoin, where's Bitcoin? Bitcoin is down 8.35%, and all the miners from 4 weeks ago have done worse than Bitcoin. Soluna down the most, 43%, followed by Core Scientific at 42, Mawson at 35, CleanSpark is down 33, Sphere is down 32, DMG 28, Hive 26, Bitfarms down 25, BitDigital down 24, Marathon down 24, Hut 8 down 24, Greenwich down 17, Riot was down 15, DigiHost was down 12, Iris was down 10, Argo was down 9.3, excuse me, and Bitcoin obviously 8.35. So everybody was down. It's been a rough couple of weeks for us. Next, let's take a look at the 8 weeks really quick as well. And let's see here, 8 weeks. And Bitcoin's down 19.7%, and everybody else is down from there. Soluna is the worst performer at 64% down, followed by Core 61. Core, obviously, there's a lot of fear with all the debt that they have. Mawson, obviously, as well. They've sold up a facility to CleanSpark because of their debt. Greenwich, DigiHost, you got Hut 8, DMG, Hive, Bitfarms, CleanSpark, they're all down. Sphere, Marathon, even down 41%. So even going 8 weeks is not great. And then finally, looking at the 12-week here, we'll take a look at it really quick. Bitcoin is actually down 5.95%. Argo is only down 5.71%. So from 12 weeks ago, Argo has done better than Bitcoin. Hive is up 6.52% from then. And Hut 8 is up 12.6%. Riot is up 25%. Iris is up 27%. And Marathon is up 33% from 12 weeks ago compared to Bitcoin. And then the underperformers would be Bitfarms is down 10. Core Scientific is down 16. DMG is down 20. Green Edge is down 23. CleanSpark is down 25. BitDigital is down 20, almost 26. Sphere is down 33. DigiHost is 36. Moss is 57. And Soluna obviously down 61%. So had you bought 12 weeks ago, Marathon, Iris, Right, or Hut 8, including Hive, you would be up right now. And on everything else, you would be down on right now. So that is it. Just a quick look at how the miners have done compared to Bitcoin over the last couple of weeks. It has been good. And like I said, we'll have to see, obviously, how the miners perform going into October, especially with October being a pretty good month, typically for Bitcoin. But time will only tell. We're only second day in, and we're already down. So, like I said, this week is going to be interesting. A lot of miners updates are coming in. I'll try to get those updated as soon as I can and get you guys the videos, and we'll discuss the updates. I expect big things from, obviously, CleanSpark, Bitfarms, Iris Energy, and then we'll see what the rest is. I'm guessing Core is probably going to have a huge update as well as far as getting miners installed. They're already, I think, they provided 44.12, I think, Bitcoin that they mined today. So they're mining a lot. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, helps me out tremendously. The spreadsheet is available to my Patreon members as always. Thank you to everyone there for their continued support. And that's it. Love you all. Have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow.